Think about this. The sun is a massive, uncontained nuclear reactor hanging in the void. Every second, it launches a relentless barrage of high-energy photons straight at your face to destabilize your biology. To survive this bombardment, we use sunscreen, but it's not just a cream. It's a sophisticated energy management system designed by chemists to neutralize dangerous radiation on contact before it hits your DNA. Welcome to CosmetoScope. Today, we decode the physics of UV filters. We'll debunk the mirror myth, explain how molecules swallow energy, and look at the regulatory war between Europe and the USA. Ultraviolet radiation is a spectrum of invisible light divided into two threats, UVB and UVA. Each requires a different strategy. UVB causes the burn, while UVA silently destroys your skin's structural integrity. UVB rays attack the epidermis, causing sunburns and pyrimidine dimers, a fancy term for glitches in your DNA. These mutations are the primary cause of direct cellular damage and eventually skin cancer. UVA rays penetrate deeper into the dermis, shredding your collagen and elastin fibers. This leads to photoaging. Because UVA is constant year-round, its damage is cumulative and often invisible until it's far too late. Meet the organic filters. Often called chemical filters, these are complex aromatic molecules featuring a carbonyl group. Their primary weapon isn't blocking light. It's the pure, elegant physics of molecular energy absorption. When a photon strikes an organic filter, the molecule captures the energy. This excites its electrons to a higher energy state. For a moment, the filter holds the danger so your DNA doesn't have to. To return to stability, the molecule dissipates this excess energy as harmless heat. Some molecules even change their physical shape, a process called isomerization, to release the energy load safely back into the environment. We have specialists like cinemates for UVB and avobenzone for UVA. However, organic filters face a major weakness: photo instability. After absorbing too much energy, some molecules can actually break apart and fail. Take avobenzone, the king of UVA protection in the US. It's notoriously unstable. Within an hour, it can lose half its effectiveness unless it's stabilized by other ingredients like octocrylene in a balancing act. Now let's look at inorganic filters: titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. You've been told they act like mirrors. That's a myth. While they reflect about 5% of light, they are actually semiconductors. Their real power lies in their band gap. When UV rays hit a zinc oxide particle, it provides enough energy for an electron to jump across this gap, effectively swallowing and neutralizing the radiation. Zinc oxide covers both UVB and long UVA, but these minerals are white pigments. In their natural form, they leave a thick, opaque white cast that looks like paint on the skin. To fix this, we use nanotechnology. By shrinking these particles, they become smaller than visible light wavelengths. They become transparent to our eyes, but remain a solid black wall to dangerous UV rays. Are nanoparticles safe? Research shows that because our top skin layer is made of dead cells, these particles cannot penetrate living tissue. They stay on the surface, protecting you from the outside. However, raw minerals can be photoreactive and generate free radicals. To prevent this, chemists coat each nanoparticle in a protective shell of silica or alumina, trapping the reactive energy safely inside. Sunscreen efficacy relies on film formation. Your skin is a jagged landscape of mountains and valleys. If your sunscreen doesn't create a continuous film, UV rays leak through the gaps like a sieve. This is why formulators add specialized polymers. These act like a flexible glue, locking the filters into a uniform, waterproof mesh that survives your movement and sweat throughout the day. This brings us to the global regulatory war. Depending on where you live, your technology might be decades behind. In the USA, the FDA classifies sunscreens as over-the-counter drugs, not cosmetics. Because they are treated like medicine, new filters in the US require the same testing as prescription drugs. Consequently, the US hasn't approved a truly new UV filter in over 20 years. Europe treats sunscreens as cosmetics, allowing for faster innovation. European chemists have access to a dream team of large molecule filters like Tinosorb and Mexeril that American formulators can only envy. These modern European filters are often larger than 500 Daltons. Their size makes them physically unable to penetrate the skin, increasing safety while offering superior photostability and much higher UVA protection. What about endocrine disruptors like oxybenzone? While some Petri dish studies suggest they can mimic hormones, context is everything. You need to apply sunscreen for 270 years to reach those alarming dosages. To measure if this physics works, we use the SPF number. SPF measures sun protection factor for UVB only. It's a ratio of how much longer it takes for protected skin to burn. For UVA, we use in vitro tests to find the critical wavelength. A product is only broad spectrum if it absorbs enough long-range UVA. Don't just chase a high SPF, check the UVA seal. Finally, the texture challenge. Organic filters are oily, minerals are chalky powders. A master formulator uses volatile silicones and silica microspheres to make these heavy ingredients feel like weightless silk. Remember Rule 1. Filters are energy converters. They don't just block the sun, they work at the speed of light to turn dangerous radiation into harmless, silent thermal energy. Rule 2. Application is everything. To get the SPF on the bottle, you need 2 milligrams per square centimeter. A thin layer is like wearing a winter coat with the zipper open. Rule 3. Know your geography. European and Asian sunscreens often offer more advanced UVA protection and better photostability than what is currently available in the aging US regulatory market. Rule 4. Minerals for sensitivity. If you are prone to irritation, zinc and titanium are your best friends. They are inert, stay on the surface, and rarely cause allergic reactions. Rule 5. Broad spectrum is a must. Always look for the UVA circle logo. Protecting your collagen from aging rays is just as important as protecting your epidermis from a burn. Sunscreen is the only anti-aging product scientifically proven to prevent skin cancer. It is the single most important step in your routine to stop the clock on visible aging before it starts. Don't be afraid of the chemistry. Be afraid of the nuclear reactor in the sky. Your sunscreen is tactical armor in a war that never stops as long as the sun is out. We've come a long way from the thick, greasy pastes of the past. Today's formulas are triumphs of material science, allowing you to enjoy the light without paying the biological price. Understanding the band gap and the aromatic rings makes you a smarter consumer. You aren't just buying a tube of cream, you're buying a scientific shield for your skin's future. Next time you apply your daily SPF, visualize the billions of molecules on your face working at incredible speeds to keep you safe. It's invisible, it's silent, and it's absolute genius. This is CosmetoScope. We cut through the marketing hype to bring you the hard science so you can make the best decisions for your health. Science first, hype second. If you enjoyed this deep dive into sunscreen physics, hit the subscribe button. We're on a mission to decode every single bottle in your bathroom, one molecule at a time. Next week, we analyze the most famous sunscreen on the market to see if its secret molecule lives up to the legend. See you then for a new autopsy.